So this is my first video since shaving my head, and a lot of you guys have a lot of questions, and one of the popular questions, why did you shave your head? I have an 8-minute video that explains most of it right here. And then the second, what is this shameless thing you're talking about? Watch this video right here. I uploaded a video a year ago on what would happen if I shamelessly promoted myself for 365 days. What does shameless mean? Define ashamed. Let's do that. Reluctant to do something through fear of embarrassment or humiliation. Opposite of that would be meaning shameless. Not having embarrassment, not having any fear, even being confident. So I came up with this challenge to see what would happen if I did it. Of all the platforms I utilized, YouTube was the best for me, in a sense that I got the most feedback here, I got the most interaction, and I've met a lot of amazing people through YouTube. So I think as a reclusive artist, a turtle, someone who creates and doesn't share, it is your social responsibility to share. If you want this world to be a better place, you need to share your gifts. Your gifts were given to you because they were meant to be shared, not to be hoarded and stored away. It's not about being humble, it's not about being arrogant. And if it's hard for you, as it was for me, the minute you can reprogram the way you think, reprogram your set of beliefs if they are damaging to you and others, then you might want to put a positive spin on it. So sharing is caring. Give and you shall receive. Because it's not about my ish getting in the way of not wanting to share. It's about you guys. And had it not been for you, your comments, your support, I would not be sitting here today. I would not be the person who I am. I am who I am because of God, yes. And God lives in each and every one of us. So you have helped me get here. I am so grateful. I think I have the best people subscribe to me, following me and supporting me. So thank you. And where is this channel going? I'm just gonna keep doing me, okay? But I'm gonna add in some more flavor, okay? I'm gonna add in some more shameless aspects on how to, overcome your ish, because there's a lot of people with a lot of blockage. Don't think too much, don't hurt yourself thinking, because thinking does hurt. Follow your heart. And then I want you to start sharing it on your networks. Share it on your Facebook. Share it with your friends and family. And since this is a recap of my 1 year, I am a member of an art collective called Con Artist, and I decided to do a little sit down with my friend, with my homeboy, Ryan Shevlin, owner of Con Artist, and get his thoughts on my whole shameless journey.
There is a very much performance art piece to the whole thing. What does social media mean for us? To me, that's the performance aspect. Because this is not, you turn this camera off and this is not all who you are. This is just this big thing that, because you decided for a performance piece, sort of like, what's her name? Oh, I can't think of what's her name right now, who was living at the MoMA. She sat on the bench.
Oh,
anyways,
right.
Is that art? Is it not art? And in a strange way, this project allowed you gave yourself permission.
Yeah, actually, that was my excuse. It's a social media experiment.
I'm doing something. I have to. I'm following my own rules now.
Right.
And so because you gave yourself permission, then you actually were doing it, you're acting as that thing, and then you become it. If you could literally sit and tell a pep talk to your 1 year ago self, what are the things that now you're this I'm shameless now. Look at me. I learned so much, and look how strong I am, and look how much I'm.
Yeah.
What are those things you're gonna tell yourself?
Just don't let fear hold you back. That's the biggest. Once you cross over whatever that psychological thing, because it's all psychological, you're good to go.
That fear may be about something specific, but it spills over into all the aspects of your life. This whole thing had a really, really massive, life-changing, personal effect on how you view yourself and how you view the world and your place in the world and who you are.
I honestly, when I look back, because I grew up. Yeah, I did. I grew up, yeah.
The fact that you read the Bible, I found interesting because There's some soul searching going on.
I think the ultimate shameless act is Jesus Christ dying on the cross. Preaching this word about like, and people could like stone you and like do this and that to you. And I'm like, this guy's still going hard. Like, you're shameless, dude.
It doesn't matter how negative people were. He had a very strong.
That particular.
I never thought about Jesus Christ was still shameless.
Jesus Christ is totally shameless. He's the king of shameless. All the greats to me were shameless. Like, despite what everyone else says or how they were treated, they're so committed to this thing, and a lot of the things that he was teaching was like love.
Well, that's the martyrs.
But that's what I'm just like, they must be saying, I would rather die trying and fighting than die because of fear.
Yeah. Because of what you did, and there's so much depth into it because it starts talking about psychology, what it means to stand up and be confident, what fear is a massive insight into the human condition.
Right.
In your 1 year and then continuing project.
This is year 1.
In the end, you have this like long journey of like this open diary-esque of putting yourself out there. Well, where does it go? Like, obviously there was a big stunt, which in a way is almost like a reaction to the entire year. It really was like, it's almost like an effigy or like a sacrifice at the big thing. It was like, you know what? Like, I am cutting this off.
Because I turned out to be like this beauty guru, and it's like
the beauty aspect and who you are, and even back, it sounds really goofy, but like my stupid, when we were talking about that tits get clicks, but it's a little attack on the whole, there's a rebellious aspect to like, I mean,
it's too easy. That's the thing. It's way too easy for me to do that.
Right. The whole thing is a little bit of a reference of like, probably an internal struggle you have about like, all right, I get attention and I'm beautiful, like you're an attractive person. Like, no, I'm more than an attractive person. I really have something to say. Not only that, you film these videos, you edit themselves, you started the whole project. Like, you're a one-woman production.
This is a one-woman show.
Yeah, and but that to me shows there's an internal drive in your like soul of who you are to do something. I think both of us weren't aware of how big it got for you in a little bit. Like you are getting flown out to these camps about, people are paying you to be involved and teach you about these things, and you signed a contract with a YouTube network, and I think we all hoped you were going to get a lot of views, but it really kind of grew into this really big life of its own, to the point that it's actually partially your job right now. It's paying your rent. And, well, it doesn't pay your rent, but it keeps you off. No, you might be on welfare. So what happened is there's a large amount of viewers who have a lot of say, and you care about them and you want to respond to them, but you have your own vision. And that's quite loud and it's quite present. And you also have your own ideas, which are in a way almost smaller, only because you're one versus many.
Right.
You're trying to decide, okay, how do I manage these two things to a productive element that we're all happy, right?
Happy mediums.
Mm-hmm. You really have to decide what you want to do, what you're wanting to say. That could be just realizing it's going to continue to be a diary.
You have no idea the struggle that I've been going through. We are all battling our own demons. So thank you for helping me overcome mine, and I hope I'm helping you overcome yours. Peace, love, and happiness from the shamelessness that be